It's the end of March and the sun has come out and it's a balmy 22 degrees here. So I've got home from work, it's probably about 5:30 or so now, and just go on the bike, do a quick run to Sunset Bench. Back from work, out on the bike. What could be better? Well, I'll tell you what could be better is if you had all your mates with you, but you know, that's beside the point. The fact is, you're riding, and that's what we want to be doing. Well, I've gone from riding with my mouth closed so it doesn't fill with puddle water to riding with my mouth closed so it doesn't fill with flies. I'll take the flies because it means it's warm. We are at the top of the first decent climb. This is great. Used to be like almost trialsy, it was that bad. Lovely. We need something to call this place. I once crashed a motorbike up there and ended up 7 months off riding because of it. Put a big hole in my knee. Down here somewhere I crashed, so maybe, you know, it's like Jaden's knee hole or something stupid. Anyway, it was very painful. All right, fellas, well, as well as riding, I don't know about you lot, but this for me is real kind of escapism. It's what's the word? It just cleans your mind. Get home from work, go out, have a hard week at work, go out the weekend, see your mates, ride, get rid of it. And like a lot of blokes my age, and I'll tell you now, I am 50 years old, we've all got a bit of mileage. We've got the years, we've got the mileage. A lot of the blokes I ride with, ex-motocrossers, enduro riders. A lot of the blokes I ride with are ex-rugby players. And you know, anybody who's done that sort of contact sport, motorsport, anything like that, is always carrying some sort of injury. And these e-bikes are the best thing ever, because a lot of the guys I ride with, and this includes me, wouldn't do this, certainly not after work. And it would take some serious consideration to do it at the weekend after a month of sitting on the couch. So, if you're like me and you bought your e-bike to free up that space in your head and make sure you just don't lose it, fall down a well of depression, stay indoors drinking, I don't know, hit the bong, whatever it is, what's your thing, your mind-altering drug. Well, this is the best mind-altering drug you could have. Getting out, having a new lease of life. It's like owning an old dog and buying a puppy. Anyway, ramblings of an old man. Fire road climb, I'll carry on what I was talking about basically just generally being old. So myself, a lot of the blokes I ride with, as I said, carrying injuries, and a lot of us are not what you'd call flexible. And this sport pastime takes a bit of flexibility, and you need to move around on the bike, if not to have more fun, then simply to avoid crashing. You know, you need to get around just like you did when you was a teenager on your crosser. So I'm going to recommend, I went on YouTube like you do these days, and I looked for basically old man flexible yoga routine, and there was an absolute goldmine of stuff, and I started doing it, say, before work. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a plumber. I do a lot of installation, heating installation and commercial work, and it's pretty physical. And what I found straight away is that my job was easier. And not only was my job easier, riding was easier. And then suddenly everything's easier. Right the way down to getting off the couch to get yourself a cup of tea or beer from the fridge. So if you want to have an easier time of it and you don't mind prostrating yourself on the living room floor in front of the YouTube, then give it a go. I would strongly recommend it. From what I said earlier about not being very flexible anymore, and when I bought the bike I had to buy these rental bars, not because of the width or anything, but basically because of the rise. I couldn't bend forward and hold the normal bars without, you know, having real bad pain. So I bought these and it made everything a bit better. And then since I've been doing the yoga, I've started having to move spaces from under the bars onto the top. And well, you know, that way, what that means is obviously I don't have to like modify the bike to suit the fact that my body doesn't work properly anymore. And so anyway, it's just another reason to hit the yoga. So you spend less money on bike gear that you don't need. It's quite a view up here. I don't know if you can see all that, but hills, tree lines. Oh. Let's take it easy because I am on my own. Never have the bottle to throw the bike right into that turn because there's so much loose stone moving the bike around. It's just so scary. One day I'll get the hang of it. Yes, ride the tops, ride the tops. Yes. A crazy bit of washed out, rutted descending. Oh. These new pedals are awesome. The shoes are pretty awesome as well. I'll show you them when we get to the bench. So here we are at the top of this climb. We'll find sunset bench. Not that there's much of a sunset tonight, and I'm a little bit early. There it is, the old currant bun, hidden by the clouds, but it's still lovely and warm. What a beautiful day. After 20 years of riding clips, I got an e-bike and I didn't really feel comfortable in clips, so I bought some flat pedals, and they were these plastic Nuproofs and a really cheap set of shoes. And I struggled and struggled and struggled until I bit the bullet and bought these. They're from, I kept it local. I bought them from a place that makes them in Wales, up in Newtown, and they're called Unite. And then I bought these things, Ride Concepts, and they're absolutely brilliant. They once your foot is on there, it does not want to move. So I should have spent the money earlier. I should have spent it first off, but I wasn't confident. I thought I might go back to clips, but if anybody's out there umming and ahhing in the same way that I was, and if you're not decided to go back to clips and you want to try flats, that's the way to go. A decent set of pedals and a decent set of shoes. Well, here we go. I didn't hang about too long up at the bench. I'd get home, have some grub. It's been a long old day, and I'm really happy to have got a ride in. And the best bit coming up here is most of it going back is downhill. down what was one of my favourite tracks, and for some unknown reason they've graded it out like a access road when there's already an access road. So I guess they're having the trees right here. It's a real shame because this was a killer track, and hopefully, obviously they'll leave something behind that's pretty cool when they're all finished. Oh, that's loose. This used to be tight bedrock gully with horrible roots and, oh wow. Crikey. Oh, that was good. Oh, crikey, that was a big hit. That was a big hit. Oh, poor back tyre. I'm amazed it's still up. You can kind of see where it's been bashed about there. That was the right side. Crikey. That's what you get for buying downhill casings. Wayne reckons he's had, I think it was 49 mile an hour down here. So let's see if we can beat that. Crikey, that was quick and a bit scary. Back over the weir. The first downhill take us all the way back home. Only a couple of little climbs on the way. Oh, that was close. That was close. Now I wish I'd worn glasses. Oh, crikey. Right, take it easy, for goodness sake. I want to end a good ride with a bad crash. My front brake is coming all the way back to the bar now since that big stop. So, probably time for a new set of pads. Or a bleed, or something. Sort of take the piss with the tyres again, eh? That was loose. Hey, dog. What's up, boy? Hey. It's all right. Here we are back. Sure, I'm losing air. Oh no, it just feels like I'm losing air for that rear tyre. Such a hit. Not felt right since. So here's what we did. For argument's sake, that's 13 miles. 2,397 feet of climbing in 1 hour and 17 minutes. Yeah, I definitely couldn't have done that even when I was fit. Let's see what we got for max speed. Oh, 41.8. That's not very good, is it? What did you get, Dane? Anyway, I'm lucky to stay on. I had a couple of close moments and a fantastic ride. See you next time.